Shalom, shalom. All right, before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakodash. Also, I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do rule and teach well. And as always, peace, love, and many blessings unto the elect. It's your brother Itazawam coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai with another lesson. And Lord willing, I do hope and pray that it's edifying. Okay, tonight's lesson is going to be entitled, Continue to be a Moldable Brother. Okay, continue to be a moldable brother. Okay, and upon our awakening through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we're being fashioned and sculpted into the likeness that's pleasing unto him. So there are certain things within our spirit in which the Lord doesn't delight in, which he purges and trims it from us. OK, now, in that process, you want to make sure that you're remaining moldable so that the spirit of the Lord can do a good work within you. OK, so it's important to put aside pride, to put aside arrogancy and conceit and, be humble and contrite so that the Lord can literally build you up. When you look up the word contrite, as a matter of fact, I'll get it real quick. When you look up this word contrite, it's a powerful word in itself. All right. And it means broken in spirit by a sense of guiltless. So you can only build what's been broken down or something that's never been built before. That's the only, you can't build what's already built. So there's a level of being broken, a spiritual broken by the things that you've done. But then there's a process of healing. There's a process of fashioning and sculpting and molding that you embark upon when you wake up to the truth. And you want to make sure that you remain in that spirit of being fashioned and molded. OK, so let's go back to that word mold. All right. And it says a hollow pattern of a particular form by which something is shaped or made, originally in a figurative sense, to fashion, form. OK, native constitution, nature, manner, so on and so forth. OK, so to be moldable, the word able and moldable means capable of. So you want to make sure that you're being capable of being shaped, that you're capable of being shaped. All right, because pride hardens you. It hardens you. But contrite, it breaks you down to where you can be built. OK, and molded and sculpted. It's like clay. If you've seen a hard piece of clay, you can't fashion a hard piece of clay. You can't mold it or sculpt a hard piece of clay. But a soft piece of clay can be molded and shaped in any way in which the potter wants to. And that's the stage that we're in. So, knowledge puffeth up, man. OK, when you learn a lot of information, you begin to think of yourself highly than what you really are. And that's why you want to make sure that you continue to be a moldable brother. So let's get into the scriptures. All right, this is matter of fact, I'll read that first. 1 Corinthians chapter 8, starting at the top. Now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. OK, so we have a level of knowledge. OK, you find out a lot of information in this truth. OK, for years. We've been studying and reading and examining things and cross-examining and going into, literature and history, secular history. I mean, we've been going into all type of stuff. So we have knowledge. But the scripture says what? Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. And when you look up the word puffeth right here in this scripture, I'm not going to get it. But the word puffeth means to make proud. So knowledge makes you proud. It puts you in a know-it-all spirit. And if you ever been around somebody who's a know-it-all, there's no teaching that person. There's no telling them anything. He's not trying to go point for point. The conversation belongs to that person because they're puffed up and they can't see that they're puffed up. So then they become unteachable. OK, they become somebody that you can't talk to. You can't tell them nothing. You can't put them up on any type of wisdom, knowledge and understanding because they know everything, when in all actuality, they don't. So you want to beware of being puffed up, because it literally puts you on an island to where the Lord can't mold you. Okay. Matter of fact, let me get another scripture in the book of Ephesians 2:10. Okay. It says, I'm gonna start at 9. It says, not of works, lest any man should boast, for we are his workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahushai unto good works. So we're being created by the Lord and shaped and fashioned to do these good works. Okay. This is not of man. This is not, of our own will. This is all the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So as we continue to grow, we can't act as if, this is our will, as if we knew that we would be doing this, ministry. We had no idea when we were in darkness that we wake up to this marvelous light and have the boldness and the faith and the patience to go on the highways and byways week in and week out. That was something that was done towards us through the Spirit. So we're all being created in the image of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but you don't want to stop the Lord from being able to create you because you're being proud, because a brother can't tell you nothing, or you might be going off. Jake trying to tell you going off, and you don't believe you going off. Okay? Or Jake try to give you advice and counsel. You don't take the advice and counsel because you too proud to accept it from a brother, because you think you know it. So you want to beware of not being moldable, because it really stunts your own growth process. Okay? Let me get another scripture. What's that? Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 2, I'm going to start at verse 20. It says, but in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. So you have in this world, right? Let's use the whole world for an example. You have the children of Israel, which are comparable to silver and gold and fine precious stones. And then you have the heathen nations and the Edomites, which are comparable to wood and earth. Some to honor, which the Hebrew Israelites, primarily starting with the elect, is honorable. And then you have some to dishonor, which are the other nations, the heathens, who've adopted the custom cultures and ways of this other world. That's why the Lord don't deal with them. Scripture says he have not dealt so with any other nation. So the Lord doesn't deal with the heathens for the simple fact that they're not a vessel of honor. Verse 21, if a man therefore purge himself from these things, he shall be a vessel. Okay. And that's what we are. A vessel is to be used. A vessel, you can, it has a purpose to it. Okay. It says he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. Okay. So that right there is a scripture of you being molded into that vessel. You're being sculpted. Okay. Into a utensil that the Lord can use in this faith. So it's important to keep that humility. That's a very viable part of your endurance, is being humble. Recognize it in the spirit that we need a salvation, that we need help, man. Okay. Even as much wisdom, knowledge, and understanding as you may have, all of it means nothing if you don't have charity. If you don't edify, if you don't, speak the truth, and if you, lack faith in the Lord, all of that means nothing, man. That's why you got to be humble, because when you look at it like that, you have no choice but to be humble, because it can be taken away just as quick as it was given to you. And we've seen that so many times. And you got guys at the IUIC and all over the world who is literally praising and flattering themselves in front of the congregation. And it's not about that, man. It's about establishing the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It's about establishing the Lord's legacy and his sacrifices and testimonies that he laid down. Okay, that's what this thing is about. It's not about, vainglory and pride and ego and all that, man. It's all bullshit. Okay, it's not about the big broad garments and shoulder blades, and just looking the part. It's about being molded and fashioned into a vessel that the Lord is pleased with, man. Okay, and that's very important, to understand as we continue to go down this road and we continue to grow in this truth, and get this type of information. You don't want to be a brother who pretty much isolates himself from being taught or guided anymore. You give Jake positions, and Jake get, rank, which is all temporary. It's all set up really, for the structure and order of the camp. But in all actuality, we all just, men trying to figure it out, trying to serve the Lord and do what we got to do. But for the sake of order, we established the ranking files, but then you got guys who let that shit go to their head. Okay? You got individuals who learn, about herbs, or they learn about the stock market. They learn about all kind of information and get proud, thinking they know more than people. Become arrogant and thinking that people are lesser than them. When in all actuality, they the foolish. Okay? So this truth should be approached with the mind frame of, I'm just here to learn. I'm just here to grow. I'm just here to serve. I'm just here to do whatever I got to do in this ministry to get delivered. That's being a brother that wants to be molded and fashioned and sculpted. Okay? And put together. You want the Lord to put you together in the spirit. All right, let's get one more scripture. And I'm really getting kind of, basic scriptures we always go into, but you can never hit these scriptures enough. Okay? Romans 12:2. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. So you want to be renewed. You want to transform your old way of thinking. And a part of doing that is having a teacher or having a guide to instruct you on how to renew your mind and transform your way of thinking. That's why you have apostles, elders, brothers. You have teachers in the camp. You got brothers who specialize on exhortation and just, administrative work, life goals and responsibilities, and understanding how the camp function and flows, and could give you more detail on your responsibilities. So you have these brothers set up, but you have to be in that spirit of being guided and molded. And that's where a lot of Jakes that come into the truth, they can't get over that hump because of pride. Okay? So you want to be acceptable. You want to be viewed as perfect. Okay? But it starts with the process of being molded. We're not turning the Lord into what we want the Lord to be. The Lord is turning us into what he wants us to be. And that's the sons of God. All right. So Lord willing, that was an edifying and exhorting lesson to the flock. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Awashai Bashem Makakodash. Double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors and blessings to the elect. Shalom.